Adopt a Stoic mindset and never lose focus again. Stoicism. You find yourself amidst the chaos of everyday life, distractions everywhere, urging you to lose your focus. In such moments, embrace the Stoic principle that reminds you, it is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism, guiding you to take charge of your thoughts and responses. Picture this. You're at work, deep in concentration on a project that requires every ounce of your attention. Suddenly, your phone buzzes relentlessly. A message, an email, a notification vying for your eye. You feel your focus slipping away. Panic creeping in as you glance at your screen. How often do you allow each interruption to dictate the course of your day? Do you prioritize other people's needs above your own moment of focus? As distractions pile up, acknowledge the pull they have on your brain. Instead of succumbing to the urgency of the moment, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that your focus is your own to command. Visualize pressing a pause button, sealing away those distractions for just a moment. What if you decided to mute the noise around you? Could you carve out just 5 uninterrupted minutes to regain control? You see your coworker, overwhelmed and snapped at by frustration. They bounce between tasks, never finishing one. You ask yourself, are you truly present or merely floating through the chaos of your to-do list? How often do you chase after every buzz, sacrificing your peace of mind? To adopt a Stoic mindset is to practice resilience against these everyday temptations of distraction. It is about training your mind to focus on what you can control. When you feel the tug of interruptions, ground yourself. Focus instead on your breath. Each inhale is a moment of clarity. Each exhale, a release of tension. How does it feel to reclaim that focus, even just for a moment? Consider implementing this practice in your daily life for the next 24 hours. Whenever you feel your attention being diverted, stop. Acknowledge the feeling. Breathe. Center yourself once more on your task, however small it might be. Once you take this step, reflect on how it impacts your day. By cultivating this awareness and focus, you're not just getting through tasks, you're encountering life head-on. Hey, before you put this Stoic teaching into practice, I need to give you an important heads-up. Many subscribers have reported that YouTube unsubscribed them without warning. Check the red button below to make sure you're still subscribed to the channel. I don't want you to miss any Stoic lesson coming up. And since you're here, smash that powerful like. It helps me a lot with the algorithm. Tell me in the comments, which city are you watching from? I love getting to know every amazing person who's part of this community. Your participation makes all the difference. Let's interact. As you settle deeper into your day, imagine an unexpected moment, the kind that catches you off guard. You're sitting in a cafe, enjoying the aroma of freshly brewed coffee. The chatter around you fades as you sip, yet suddenly, the barista spills a drink. Chaos erupts, tables clatter, and a few voices rise in discontent. How does this make you feel? It's a perfect moment to practice your Stoic mindset. In this scenario, rethink your response. Instead of diving into frustration or judgment, consider this: what truly is in my control? The drink may be spilled and the noise is palpable, but your reactions, those remain entirely yours. Take a breath. Feel your feet grounded on the floor. Notice the pulse of your heartbeat slow. This moment of stillness offers you clarity. We suffer more in imagination than in reality, Marcus Aurelius reminds us. Pause to absorb the wisdom in those words. Now allow yourself to notice how often external events sway your inner tranquility. Maybe it's the honking horns in traffic or a colleague's offhand comment. Are these moments dictating your emotional landscape? Ask yourself, what if every external trigger is less significant than your internal response? By adopting this perspective, you begin to dismantle the habit of letting chaos reign. It's easy to see distractions as hurdles, but consider flipping that script. What if, instead, each interruption becomes a signal for conscious redirection? When the phone buzzes, or the world pulls you in multiple directions, use those instances as gentle nudges to refocus. Visualize this, the cyclical nature of your distractions. They come and go, like passing clouds in the sky. If you can just remind yourself that these distractions don't define your day, you can redirect your focus back to what truly matters, your intentions and efforts. But here's a challenge. Examine your relationship with these distractions. Do you chase after them, thinking they hold your significance? Reflect on a time you reacted without pause, possibly missing a significant moment because of an unnecessary urgency. What if you decided to anchor yourself instead? Embrace the practice of short check-ins throughout your day. Feel the weight of your breath expand your chest. Every inhale restores calm, while each exhale releases tension. Reclaim your focus with every moment spent in breath. When you adapt this perspective for just one day, you may discover powerful shifts. The chaos outside might not cease, but your inner world can stabilize. You might feel less like a tumbleweed in the wind, and more like an oak tree, rooted and resolved. As you ponder these ideas, carry this question with you. How can you turn distractions into opportunities for growth? Reflect on this. What small commitment can you make to protect your focus over the next week? The answer may surprise you. Remember, amidst the clamor of life, your serenity is yours to cultivate. As you move through your day, consider how your environment shapes your mindset. Think about a typical morning. You wake up to the sound of your alarm, and immediately the day's tasks rush in. Breakfast, emails, meetings, so much to juggle. How easily can that wave of urgency wash over you, pulling your focus away from what really matters? Let's take a moment to pause. Now imagine starting your day with intention. Instead of diving into the chaos, take 5 minutes, sit still, and breathe deeply. Enjoy the peaceful silence before the world demands your attention. This small act of mindfulness sets a powerful tone for the day ahead. As you step outside, whether it's a quick walk to work or your morning commute, be present. Notice the trees, the sky, the sound of laughter from children playing nearby. These simple things can ground you. This is your reality, and it's essential to appreciate it. Throughout your day, you may find old habits creeping back in. You might notice yourself reaching for your phone each time it buzzes, like a reflex. Make a choice in that moment. What if you handle that buzz with curiosity instead of urgency? Ask yourself, can it wait? Most of the time, it can. By delaying that response, you create a buffer, a moment of space to regain your focus. Now, Think about your interactions with others. Picture yourself in a meeting. Everyone is throwing ideas around, but suddenly someone interrupts. Frustration can creep in, pulling you away from your thoughts. Instead, visualize that moment as a chance to practice your Stoic principles. Remind yourself that while you cannot control others, you can control how you respond. You can listen, take a breath, and contribute calmly instead of reacting impulsively. When you approach distractions with awareness, you begin to find freedom in your choices. Instead of feeling like a victim of your schedule, you reclaim your agency. This is the essence of a Stoic mindset, responding to life as it is, not as it disrupts you. Consider what happens when you face a challenging conversation. Perhaps a colleague disagrees with your ideas. Instead of getting defensive, take a moment. Understand that their perspective is valid, just as yours is. With each disagreement, you learn a little more about patience and understanding. This is life teaching you, not to be stubborn, but to remain open. As the day winds down, reflect on your experiences. What challenges did you face? How did you handle distractions? Write down your thoughts in a journal. This simple practice helps you internalize the lessons you learned. Before you sleep, take a minute to recap your day. Celebrate small victories and acknowledge moments where you chose focus over distraction. Remind yourself that tomorrow is another opportunity to practice. This journey is not just about surviving the chaos. It's about thriving amidst it. As you dive deeper into Stoicism, keep these reflections close. How can you transform today's challenges into tomorrow's strengths? Together, let's explore the next layer of this philosophy in our upcoming chapter. Your journey of self-discovery continues, and there's more to uncover. Stay curious. As you settle in for another day, take a moment to reflect on yesterday. Did you notice how you reacted to distractions? Maybe you found some success in staying focused, or perhaps it was a harder battle than you anticipated. Whatever the case, remember, each day is a new chance to refine your Stoic practice. Now, let's dive into what it means to be present in your life. Imagine waking up tomorrow and committing to just one thing: being in the moment. You might be sipping your morning coffee or brushing your teeth. Instead of letting your mind race ahead to your to-do list, bring your attention fully to that experience. Feel the warmth of the cup in your hands or the coolness of the water on your skin. These simple sensations ground you, pulling you out of the chaos and into clarity. When you step into your day, think about your interactions with those around you. Every moment can be an opportunity to practice patience and understanding. Picture a scenario where someone cuts you off in traffic. The instinct might be to react with frustration. But what if you paused? What if instead you chose to breathe and remind yourself that their actions don't define your day? You can let it roll off your back and continue on your way with peace. As you navigate through your responsibilities, keep the Stoic idea of control in mind. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by deadlines and demands. But ask yourself, what can I actually control here? The answer often lies in your mindset and your reactions. Focus on the task at hand, giving it your all. If something goes wrong, acknowledge it, then redirect your energy to what you can fix. Later in the day, you might find yourself in those familiar moments of distraction. Perhaps you're trying to concentrate, but your phone buzzes, or there's a conversation happening nearby that pulls at your attention. Instead of giving in to the urge to check that notification or listen in, remember your commitment to focus. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to pivot back to what you were doing. One technique to help with this is setting boundaries for yourself. Consider establishing times in your day for uninterrupted work. Maybe it's the first hour after you arrive at the office, or the last hour before you leave. During this period, silence your devices and let everyone know you're unavailable. Protecting these pockets of focus will help you build momentum and encourage deeper work. At the end of the day, take a moment for reflection. What did you learn about yourself? What distractions challenged you? And how did you respond? Write down your observations in a journal. This practice not only reinforces your lessons, but also helps you see your growth over time. As you prepare to wind down for the night, think about a small commitment you can make for tomorrow. It could be a reminder to take deep breaths when feeling stressed or dedicating a few minutes to mindfulness. Each small step is significant. Remember, the goal of your Stoic journey isn't perfection. It's progress. You're learning to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and intention. Each day is an adventure, and you're the one steering the ship. Embrace the challenge, and let's look forward to uncovering more together in the next chapter. Your journey continues, so keep your mind open and your heart steady. As you step into another day, let's take a moment to talk about self-compassion. This isn't just about being nice to yourself. It's about being real. Life can be tough, and we all face setbacks. So how do you respond when things don't go as planned? Imagine you're working on an important project. You've invested time and energy, but at the last minute, something goes wrong. The frustration is palpable. Your mind races with negative thoughts. I should have done better. Or, this is just typical of me. But here's where you can shift your mindset. Instead of beating yourself up, ask, what can I learn from this? It's okay to feel disappointed. Recognizing your feelings is the first step. You're human, and it's natural to experience ups and downs. Allow yourself that moment of vulnerability. Breathe in deeply. Hold your breath for a beat, and then let it out. With each breath, remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to your achievements. You are more than your successes and failures. Now let's consider the idea of resilience. Resilience is what helps you bounce back. It's a skill you can strengthen over time. Whenever you encounter setbacks, instead of seeing them as failures, view them as opportunities for growth. This doesn't mean you ignore your feelings. It means you choose to respond differently. Think about a time when you faced a challenge. Maybe it was a difficult conversation with a friend, or a tough decision at work. What did you learn from that situation? How did you feel afterward? Reflection is key here. It helps you see the bigger picture. As you go through today, look for moments to practice self-compassion and resilience. If something doesn't go your way, pause and check in with yourself. How are you feeling? What thoughts are running through your mind? Acknowledge those feelings without judgment. Then, shift your focus to what you can do differently next time. Now, Remember to be kind to others as well. When you see someone struggling, offer a listening ear or a few words of encouragement. Just as you have your battles, so do they. You never know how your compassion might impact someone's day. As the sun sets and you reflect on your day, consider documenting your experiences. Grab a notebook or open a notes app on your phone. Write down moments where you practiced self-compassion and resilience. Perhaps it's a small victory, like choosing to take a break instead of pushing through fatigue. Each entry is a step toward understanding yourself better. Looking ahead, think about what small changes you want to implement tomorrow. Maybe it's dedicating a few moments in the morning for self-reflection, or committing to respond with kindness. When faced with challenges, each small shift contributes to your journey of self-improvement. Your path may not always be clear, but each day is a chance to grow. Remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Embrace those bumps along the way. They shape who you are becoming. You're not alone in this journey. And tomorrow holds more lessons waiting to be uncovered. Keep your heart open and ready, and let's explore together in the next chapter. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a warm glow across the city, the air buzzed with energy. Today was different. After weeks of practicing resilience and mindfulness, Jamie could feel the shift within. They woke up this morning with a quiet determination, eager to embrace each moment as it came. At the office, Jamie faced the usual distractions: buzzing phones, chattering coworkers, the constant ping of emails. But today, they wouldn't let it derail their focus. With a deep breath, Jamie imagined pressing that imaginary pause button. It was time to test their newfound Stoic practices. During a meeting, a colleague, Alex, interrupted Jamie mid-sentence, a habit that always rattled their nerves. In the past, Jamie would have bristled with frustration. But now, they took a breath. Instead of snapping back, Jamie listened and nodded. "What a great point, Alex. Let's explore that," they said, redirecting the conversation. The room felt lighter, their confidence buoyed. At lunch, Jamie sat in the bustling cafe, where they often got lost in the chaos of conversation and noise. Today, they chose a corner table, savoring a moment of solitude, as the barista spilled a drink nearby. Panic rose among the patrons. Instead of joining the fray of irritated comments, Jamie focused on their breath, grounding themselves in the moment. "What's in my control?" they asked silently. Their response became calm acceptance, transforming potential frustration into an opportunity for patience. The afternoon unfolded with a series of challenges. An unexpected project deadline was thrown into the mix. Heart racing, Jamie felt familiar doubts creeping in. But instead of spiraling, they paused. "It's manageable," they reassured themselves. Jamie broke the large task into smaller pieces, tackling one thing at a time, their hearts steadying with each completed item. Then came the challenging conversation. A team member, Samantha, expressed her worries about the direction of their project. Jamie noticed their initial defensiveness bubbling up. Yet, knowing the lessons learned over the past weeks, they inhaled deeply and said, "I appreciate your perspective, Samantha. Let's talk about it. What do you feel is lacking?" Samantha's walls dropped. A real dialogue unfolded. Together, They found common ground and resolved concerns collaboratively. That moment felt monumental, not just for the project, but for their bond as teammates. As the day wrapped up, Jamie reflected on their journey. There was no perfect outcome, but they had navigated the day with intention, turning each distraction into a chance to refocus. A simple act of compassion to a frazzled coworker here, a mindful pause there. It all added up. Walking home, Jamie felt lighter. They were no longer just reacting to the chaos. They were engaging with it. Each step felt purposeful, each breath clear. As they finally settled into bed, a smile crept across their face. Tomorrow was another day of possibility. With the chaos of life still echoing outside, Jamie embraced the challenge of ongoing growth. Not every day would be perfect, but now they knew how to steer through the storms more gracefully. Stoicism wasn't just a practice, it was becoming a part of who they were. As Jamie closed their eyes, one thought lingered: how far they had come and how far they could still go. They were ready for more. Are you ready to deepen your journey toward serenity? Subscribe now to the channel for more Stoic reflections that will guide you. If today's insights helped you grow, don't forget to click like. Share your most impactful takeaway in the comments. Your thoughts could inspire someone else on their path. And remember to share this video with at least 3 friends who could use a little balance in their lives.